Oh, hello everyone. How are we doing? How's everybody feeling? I know been a little busy today. Thank you, Ash, for the subs. Thank you, August, for being here. Hey, we me. I know it's been a little bit. Sorry I was absent last week. I've just been putting some last minute things together. Um, but how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How we feeling today? I know that some of you have a few questions about some things going on in the Taylor Swift world and in the Jonathan Miller world. Finally a stream at a reasonable time for me. Yes. Love that. Love, love, love. Scared Miss Ma'am has been moving. So have I. Yes, I have. I will be continuing to do so. Yes. The green mysterious logo. Hey, ciao, Gigi. How are you doing? Thanks for being here. Thank you. Grazie. It's 5 for... Oh, August is on the move. Love that. Oh, man. Yeah, it's, let's make sure everyone's here and then we'll chat about this. I have some thoughts about this logo thing. Okay. Um Princess, I think we're getting another album from somebody. Gigi, great. Another week from vacation until back to school. Ooh, well, enjoy. Enjoy your last week of vacation. I hope it is fun and amazing. You do something. I hope you treat yourself. Okay. Okay. So first of all, friends, um, one, okay, 1 second. Okay. So I want you all to know I've got the other Swift talkers. We are in full talk mode right now about this logo thing. Me, Jojo, Carol, Nick, Courtney, we're all in chatting about it and keeping a watchful eye on it. um so first things first, let's talk about the Empire State Building. Uh First of all, I need you all to understand that the Empire State Building, yes, in the past has done things with Taylor Swift, especially during 1989, when she was first rolling out the album way back in the dark ages of 2014. Um, but the Empire State Building, as you guys know them on social media, they are basically Swifties like us, and they are really good at their job. They're really good at interacting with Swifties because they are her. They love her, and why wouldn't they, you know? Um, so double checking. Okay. Um, so they're they're not a Taylor Swift Easter egg in the way that Taylor Swift Easter eggs. They're really good at joining in on the fun and making everybody go, "What?" um, so just be aware that when it comes to the Empire State Building, like their social media, 9 times out of 10, they're just fan engagement. They're just hanging out with us, being like, what is happening? You know what I mean? Um, so it's all in good fun. That's part of their job as a, official account for a landmark, right? Um, it's kind of like if you guys have ever seen some of the thirst trap edits of like the national parks. That's part of their job. Um, so sometimes they're right, just like the rest of us, but a lot of the time it's all in good fun. Um, hi, Monicolo. Thanks for being here. Hey, how you doing? So the Empire State Building is not Taylor Swift specifically laying an Easter egg. They're just really good at putting themselves in a good position to make you think it is. Um, so I'm never mad at anybody for like being like, but did you see the Empire State Building? I'm like, yes, yes, I did. And I know what they're doing. um, they are manifesting with us. Exactly, we mean. They are hoping we get debut TV or TS13 or whatever because they are just as big of Swifties as we are. They know how to have fun. They know how to light up things, and they they totally lean into it. They love that Taylor's from New York, or lives in New York, and it's totally all in good fun. So regarding the logo itself, I have a few reservations. Um, I sorry, I'm double checking the chats, see if anybody can find any new information. Um, so when it comes to things like this regarding Miss Taylor, um, usually by now, if a mysterious billboard appears or a writing on the wall, like even with the Me Butterfly mural, um, the or the Toy Story billboards, usually by now we have some sort of indicator that it is without a doubt Taylor Swift. Um, and that's because it serves her best interest to make sure that her fans know it's her. In the way of, so like for the most recent I Knew It, I Knew You Toy Story billboards, the reason we knew immediately that that was Taylor Swift was because of what happened with the first countdown on her website, where it was the trademark Toy Story wallpaper a month prior, and B, she had come out in an outfit in that blue and white striped dress, right? So when something happened, we were able to be like, Taylor Swift, I bet you anything this is Taylor Swift. There are mysterious billboards with TS. That's Taylor Swift. Um, it's easy. There's brand association that's very quick. And y'all know our corner of the internet. We're pretty good on it, right? Not saying we don't make mistakes. We definitely do. But when it's something like this, I take pause, and I talked about this for you guys who've been with me since my Eras Tour recaps. You guys know this. I always take pause with Taylor when something happens with Taylor, when it's only a handful of images that circulates the internet and there's no other angle of it. Like that's the one, right? It's the same 3 images over and over. It's the one, kind of behind a car, and then one that's kind of close up, and then there's one that's supposedly in Amsterdam. Those are the 3 ones that mainly have been circulating. Hi Tori, how you doing? And when that happens for this long, this many hours, I start to go, hold on. Not saying it can't be her, but hold on. We're Swifties. If we find a TS wall, there's gonna be multiple people taking pictures and posting it. That happened with the TS billboards. That happened with the Me mural. That happens with any type of public thing that she does. The showgirl, like YouTube videos, right? Um, there's always some sort of like connector. And with this, when it is the same 3 images on every single um every single account, right? Even TMZ just released an article and I hated myself for clicking on it, but I had to double check. They don't add any new information. It's the same images, a picture of the Empire State Building's what's happening, and that's it. There's no other angles circulating. Uh, so, like, Swifties would flock to something like that. They did it with the like I said, the Toy Story billboards. When things started showing up in what was it? Brazil and London and the other countries, it was the first one posted, and then you started to see other people's angles from it. Or I do, because I have to go looking for those things. There's been none of that. None. And that's a first red flag for me. That it could still be Taylor. It could be in the very early development. Sometimes these things happen overnight. I am aware. But if it's been this many hours and there's been no additional angle taken, and the location is never like immediately revealed, right? It's usually like, I don't know, and then it's like, oh, it was spotted in New York. Okay, well, where? We don't know. What do you mean you don't know? We're Swifties. We know exactly where that billboard is on that random obscure street. So, like, and Swifties also like to take pictures of themselves in front of those types of billboards too. Um, so obligatory reminder that we live in the age of AI, and I hate myself for saying use discretion, but people like to exploit things. Obligatory reminder. um, but so I'm not saying it can't be Taylor Swift related. It does look very similar to the debut TV or debut logo, right? Um, I don't I think some of you will understand this. Maybe not all of you, but it doesn't feel like a Taylor Swift font. Do you know what I mean? Um, it's like kind of graffiti. It's kind of like it wants to be Reputation, but it's not Reputation, and it's doesn't feel like an elevated version of debut. I can't fully explain it, but it doesn't feel like her style of design. Not saying that it can't be. She can mix it up. She can do whatever she wants. Um, it just it's not giving her TS thing. And I do have to say it. Everyone always brings up the fact that she's trademarked TS. She has trademarked certain font styles with TS. Um, so yes, it could be, God knows it would not be the first time that she's had a billboard that says TS, hello Toy Story. Um, the thing that confuses me too about this is if it was for debut TV, like let's jump back really quickly to I Knew It, I Knew You. She came out in the blue and white striped outfit, right? And then it was a little bit until we got the blue and white cloud billboard, right? Her last mega move in the public eye, not including the Emmy thing, not including the Grammy thing, because that wasn't for public consumption, it was for a select group of people, was her coming out, showing her new hair, showing a specific purple outfit, signaling basically, hey, I'm working on the next era. To immediately jump back to debut TV isn't exactly her style. She has messed with multiple things at the same time, right? But like, even if you go back to like the Bejeweled elevator when she hits the 13th, her 13th album, excuse me, her 13th overall album was going to be Speak Now Taylor's version. So like, it's just, there's an order of operations that even Taylor Swift follows when she's egging multiple things. And there's just too many variables right now for me to be like, all right, this is Taylor Swift. If tonight multiple other billboards start cropping up all over the world with the TS thing, and it's clearly something is happening, and it's, you know, there's some other type of movement here, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna make a video about this. Let's go. But there's so much up in the air that is unusual for her for this. So I'm giving it pause. um Briz, I also think if we were getting new music, she would have been out and about a lot more. Right? And the last time she was out and about, it was to showcase her new hair and the lilac dress, like the flower print. That's where I'm like, Vanessa, the whole thing looks like some brand doing something and wanted attention to something that will get talked about, but are limited in their font choice. It's entirely possible too. It could be another artist. I mean, Troye Sivan has been promoting. There's rumors about Travis Scott, although this doesn't feel. I don't know his music all that well, but this also doesn't feel like something he would do either. I'm sure she eggs multiple projects. Doesn't mean one is closer than the rest. The only thing I know for sure is that she's been out in a lot of florals, right? Right, exactly. She has been. She's been out on a lot of florals, and because of, you know, the merch run before I Knew It, I Knew You, or maybe it was around I Knew It, I Knew You. I don't know. The last few months have blended together. Like very clearly she is hovering the line between debut TV and, you know, TS13. And so I get why everyone was like, "Oh my god, TS, it's Taylor Swift debut TV." But her last mega, like, you guys know I talk about signals, right? When it comes to Taylor Swift's marketing. Um there's some sort of undeniable signal that she gives to the next thing, right? Her most recent signal less than a week ago was TS13. New hair, new dress, nails. It wasn't her coming out in green. The last time she was out in like green was at the, what was it, the iHeartRadio Music Awards in March or something, which is when I first talked to you guys about like, hey, this is a big thing for her to make her first public appearance be debut TV coded. But the fact that that's not, like I was saying, Taylor has an order of operations that you can almost sense if you know it well enough. And this feels very out of order. This feels very out of order for her. Again, it could be her, but the fact that it's been so many hours and there are no other angles of these pictures, no Swiftie being like, "Hey guys, look what I saw on New York, whatever Boulevard, Fifth Avenue or whatever." The fact that there's none of that is curious to me. March's Little Grove. Maybe she will announce something at the end of summer. It's entirely possible. Absolutely. By the way, Aurora, I just saw that you followed. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Um, it's it's so weird. And I know we're all like chomping at the bit for something, right? Because we all convinced ourselves that debut TV was obviously coming for the 20th anniversary. It still can. It still absolutely can. I think the end of August is like, if she does release on, October 23rd, which I think is like the theorized date, she if she's going with a typical pre-promo thing for that, she's probably going to head for 8 weeks, which would be the end of August. And she always seems to think that we don't know her debut album. So, like, she may go for a shorter promo period. I don't know. But there's some things that aren't adding up, you know? Um, and so what do you guys think? Right? What are your feelings about this mysterious logo? Like, does it feel like Taylor Swift to you? Does it feel kind of out of left field? Does it feel what are you guys thinking? Princess, when she eggs us. This has none of that vibe. And that's kind of another thing too, is like it doesn't feel like a Taylor pay attention to me type of thing. It kind of feels like somebody wanted attention. If Taylor would make a sad, sad song with Noah Kahan, my autumn couldn't start any better. Oh no. Monicolo, I don't think it's her, and honestly, I think it's AI. Yeah, I was seeing something about potentially it being AI. Um, yeah. Briz, it feels like her, but nothing else feels like her about it other than just being a green TS. That's fair. That's fair, Briz. Um, to be fair, all I want is a video of the Eras Tour piano mashup that she did a secret exclusive club thingy. I know, right? Come on, why do these things have to be private events? Aurora, hey! Love a John John chat, but yes, this isn't screaming Taylor to me either. Yeah, I'm just so on the fence, right? I dislike AI intensely. Retweet. Right? Like, it's just, there's no. Nick! Hey! Everybody say hi to Nick. Nick's here. Yeah, it's just, there's so many things that have kept me on the fence about this, right? Sweetie, I start really paying attention when anti-Easter eggers start complaining that there's too much of her. That's a good standard unit of measurement. If they're annoyed, we're doing something right. Bigger question, and why aren't we invited to that secret club? Like, real talk, Vanessa, for those of you who don't know, like, the Grammys and the Emmys and these types of things regularly have these types of events where artists or nominees will perform for them. Taylor has done stuff for the Grammys, like the performances. Like, you can even look up some of them. There's one in 1989 that she did, where I think she's like in a black turtleneck or something. She's like performing on the guitar. Um, these things happen fairly regularly, and they're not publicized, usually because it's kind of like, I mean, the whole point of it is for your consideration, the voting committee. Um, it's not like pissing up. It's like every artist does it. But because she's Taylor Swift, when she goes and does it, everyone finds out. And there's your big There's a big point right there. We know about her secret meetings and her secret club because everyone started posting about it, but nobody else has posted about this TS thing. Right there. Right there. We weren't even there and we know about it, right? Meanwhile, this thing that's supposedly very public, nobody else has taken a photo of? Hello? Like, there you go. Thank you, Jaslyn. I appreciate it. That for those of you who don't know, I did just post on YouTube on my main channel a video sharing my home studio. I haven't done a video where I'm talking about like home studio gear and gear I recommend and stuff. But actually, in talking with you guys over the last few weeks, you guys said that you were more interested in like behind the scenes stuff. So I was like, oh, I'll do one of these videos. I haven't done it in a while. So thank you for watching. August. I think it's because there were no big Swifties. That's fair. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, people know what, you know, Taylor is doing, but there's this big public, supposedly TS logo that no one else has taken a photo of. It's just odd to me. It was like that when we'd have it on the Eras tour, when I would do, you know, a recap, somebody would say something happened at a certain show, and I'd be like scanning Twitter and TikTok and like every social platform to try and back this up. Um, and when it ended up being the same picture, the same blurry angle, the thing, it was just really hard to verify that. And that's why I would always joke in those videos about like, if you were there, can you let us know in the comments? um, but like, I don't know, this just gives me pause. This just gives me pause. It could be, I could go to sleep tonight. God knows she loves to do things when I'm busy, this era. I could go to sleep tonight and wake up and there's new billboards all over the place with TS this, TS that. But I'm just on the fence. And also, like, another thing about me, and I've talked to you guys about this, especially those of you that follow me on Instagram. Um, I don't like sending Swifties into a frenzy unless it's like I have reason enough to believe that like this is something that's happening, like it tracks, we're heading towards something. Um, that's why I didn't make a video about this. Like if I was a good content creator and like only cared about cash, I definitely could have fanned the flames today. But it's just not my MO. I don't like sending people on a wild goose chase that not only wastes people time, but like there's no verification behind it, you know? And it's this Swifties are like one of the world's biggest fandoms. There's so many of us. And I never know who's gonna see my video. You know, I can't control where the algorithm sends if it sends it out. And so if this morning I had seen different angles and there was more verifiable information and there was some other type of movement, I would have made a video hands down. But like, I just don't like sending. I don't know. I'm not TMZ. Do we think she has a plan for her wedding pics or is she just not sharing them? I mean, it was her own private event. If she doesn't want to share them, she doesn't have to. I hope she does. I think it would be beautiful to see if we're lucky and privileged enough to be included in such a special moment in her life. Maybe she's got a special, yeah, it's possible she has a special plan for it that she is saving it for something else. I mean, she's been wearing a lot. I said this in my PS13 video. Like, she's been wearing a lot of floral print, and her whole engagement was flowers. So you know, maybe she's saving for, sharing those, or at least one picture from that wedding. Um, Not until TS13 launches, way after people have forgotten, you know? Um, who knows? What time is it for you? It's 7:30 a.m. Friday here. For me, it is 2:30 p.m. on Thursday. August, another reason why I hate AI, it makes it impossible to be a Swiftie without getting fake news. Yeah, AI is a problem, to say the least. Grizz, if I'm not sure about something Taylor related, I go to John and Nick's socials to see what they're thinking. I trust you two the most. Well, first of all, thank you. I am sure Nick would say the same, but we appreciate that. Um, Again, it's because our corner of the internet doesn't really like to send people on a wild goose chase. Like even in Courtney's video that she posted today, she was like, the is something happening? We don't know. Um, the Empire State Building is a big Swiftie like us. She didn't say anything that was like, go, 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 go. She knows better than that. Like, I really value that about our corner of Swift Talk. And I just read something that said Taylor Swift is pregnant or something. What is your take on that? I think speculating about somebody's pregnancy is really weird. That's a very intimate and private thing, and there are many different complications that come with that, both emotionally and physically, and that is none of my business. So I think anybody speculating about that, no thanks. Jaslyn, I can only trust you, Nick, Courtney, JoJo, and Audrey when it comes to information like this, or if it comes from Taylor Nation or Queen herself. That's a good set of people. That's a good set of people. Um, yeah, and Audrey's great. Like she's just in it to have fun. If something happens, she'll boast about it. Or if she doesn't want to, she doesn't. Like she's just I love Audrey. And Courtney and JoJo and Nick, like we talk literally every day. So if there's like I woke up to Nick's text about TS logos. It was the literal first thing I saw when I woke up. So so like we talk. We try to be on the same plane. So that we're at least on our corner, collectively, we don't spread misinformation. We all have our different variations and niches and things like that. Um, but I do like that we're fairly united on the way Taylor Swift does stuff, at least. I love the Empire State Building account. They're so much fun. Oh yeah, like they're hilarious. They're great at their job and they're also just fun. Like I would never talk smack about them. They're great. Um, it's just as long as you remember that they're a fan as well. Uh, that's the key thing here. Um, of course, Vanessa, absolutely. Like it's just not something to speculate, in my opinion. March's Little Grove. TBH, I kind of like it that she hasn't shared anything of her wedding. It's something really intimate, and nowadays we get to see almost everything of her life. If she wants to share, I'd be overjoyed. But above all, I'm glad with the music and art that she has shared with us so far. Bingo. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. It's her thing. If she decides to share it one day, fantastic. I would love to support her in that way. If she chooses not to, I'm perfectly supporting her still the other ways that I've done forever. um, so like that is completely fine. Um, Yeah, and also, I do wanna put it out there because I get DMs about this every so often. Um, if you've seen anywhere floating, like a picture of the "I Knew It, I Knew You" main picture where she's with the tulips, and there's like a vinyl of a yellow and a green vinyl, or it says like Taylor Swift Taylor's version, or there's different artwork and stuff. Make sure you read the captions because sometimes people post their um like imaginations for like what they would hope debut TV looked like or anything like that. So make sure you check the captions before you share things. And also, if you're really not sure, double check the image because if she's used one picture for one specific cover art, she's probably not going to use it for another one. Meaning, um, like she wouldn't use the cover art for "I Knew It, I Knew You" as debut TV. It would be a different picture, um, because it would cause way too much buyer confusion. Um, and also like the back pictures that we've seen where she's like in her overalls, where she's like laying down or whatever, that's a very old picture. That's a very old picture. So just if you see that type of stuff, it doesn't necessarily mean art. Like digital and graphic designers still exist, guys. Um, doesn't mean that it's AI. It's just if you see that type of stuff and you don't see that anywhere else, like especially on your favorite Swift talkers, like me, Jojo, Courtney, Nick, Audrey, Carol, Nikki, like if none of us have said anything about a vinyl like that, probably isn't real. Hi, March. As a Dutchie, I love the tulip photos. I know you should, but like I love tulips are like my favorite flowers. So I feel you on that. I feel you. Any Boy Scouts in this chat? I need help to start a campfire. Two sticks. Two sticks. Grizz, I know I'm a stick in the mud, but I wish people would stop talking about Debutation. She'll never release two albums at once. I like Debutation for the meme. Like, I think it's funny. I think, the snake with the cowboy, like, throwing both of her two albums together. I love the, like, meme that it has become. I really don't think that would ever happen. I think she, even now, would still want each record to have its own moment. Um, and we know Blondie loves her charts. I know she thinks that we don't know her debut album, but we do. And I feel like debut TV is the only way we're going to be able to prove it to her once and for all that we do know it. Um, but I don't think you're a stick in the mud. I love the meme. But yeah, I severely doubt that that will ever happen. Open to being wrong, but but it would just be so funny. And I will never turn down her doing a mashup of like something from her first album and her sixth album from Debut and Reputation. I would love that. Anything to fan the meme flame would be funny. Um, where people like are genuinely convinced that it will absolutely happen. That's where I get a little like, oh, okay. I'm gonna let you hang out over there. Was I a Boy Scout? No. No. I knew plenty of them in school, but nope. Wish. But yeah, it's been interesting in the world of Taylor. Um, I do find it interesting just on the subject. I do find it interesting that the conversation has predominantly been dominated by debut TV in 2026. but she chose the 1-year anniversary-ish of The Life of a Showgirl being announced to be like, "Okay, moving on. Screw father figure music video, you don't need it." Mama's on TS13. Mama's got a new hair, new dress, looking pretty. Look, did you notice? Double exit. She really said, "No, this one over here." Um, um, so it's just interesting to see what she's doing with the whole um I mean, this is also all under the assumption that the aesthetic for debut TV is flowers as well or nature like the first album was. Um I kind of hope it is. Um but yeah, like it'd be interesting. Aw, thank you. Do you think people and Taylor as well moved on too quickly from the life of a showgirl? Um, that's a very loaded question. Um, no, I was not a Boy Scout. Um, but do I think Taylor and people moved on from Showgirl too quickly? No. Um, I'm I'm working on a video for YouTube about my hopes for TS13, and one of them that I'm hoping we eventually get would be a pre-album release first single. Um, something I know all the arguments against it. Literally studied music marketing and taught music marketing, okay? I understand why she doesn't need to. Um, but I feel like it would help extend the era for people because the Life of a Showgirl had 2 months of pre-promo where we didn't hear a sound from it. And then we got the single. It took off. Opalite went viral immediately. So you had two songs that were doing super, super well at the same time. And like, she couldn't drop Opalite 2 seconds after the life of or the Fate of Ophelia came out. And so that creates this weird dilemma of like everything happens all at once. I feel like if Taylor would give us a first single ahead of the album, it would remedy some of that. Because like whatever Taylor releases is going to go number 1. She just has too many fans. um so like if she gave us something beforehand, I know that I can already tell you that whatever TS13 sells, if it sells under 4 million copies, mark my words, there will be think pieces about how it's an unsuccessful album, okay? Like, just know that that's gonna happen and we're gonna have to ignore it. You don't need to go watch their videos. You don't need to comment underneath those videos. You just need to know that they're going to exist. So if we got a single ahead of time, if we get the next one, the second single right around the time of the album release, then she just kind of extends the era longer, and then the third one can come after, you know, some time after that. Um, I'd really like multiple music videos. No offense to the Elizabeth Taylor music video. I want a third full length one. Very selfishly. Um, whatever mother gives us is fine. Yes, 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 yada yada. Please turn to side B. um, like I don't know, like I think she's done the surprise, sight unseen, sound unheard trick for a while, that I think it would be creatively fun to mix that formula up again, but I'm not her, so ultimately whatever she wants. But so to answer your question in a long-winded answer, I think Showgirl got off to a rough start. And so, but it has been very successful. And I will be very curious to see how this era, uh, what the legacy of this era is after she starts performing it live. Because if there's any revisionist history, that we'll have to have a different conversation about that. So yes, but no. What do you think TS13 will sound like? Will it be pop or country? Y'all know I'm always gonna hope for pop. Actually, what I really am hoping for is pop R&B, but I don't think Taylor's ever gonna give me that. Give me some 3 Sad Virgins. I want that sound. It'd be cool if it was a country album. I mean, her 13th album, Going Home, for, her 13th record, country album. Makes sense. Um, but you're talking to the pop songwriter here, so I'm always gonna manifest a pop record from her. I know, I can't believe it's been a year. I don't even get me started on that. August. Imagine Taylor Swift is undercover in the stream and just writing down her plans. She's just back there being like, "Oh, that's a good one. Oh, you know what? I didn't plan on doing a first single. Okay." March. I agree with you. That way we can get to enjoy a single, get the vibe of the album, and hype the extent. Yeah, I feel like the argument for against a first single ahead of the album is always that it will reduce her sales if people don't like the song. I kind of think she's Taylor Swift and people will still be curious about the record, even if the first one's not their favorite. Um, because like the Life of a Showgirl had a rough start, and it houses her longest #1 hit in the US alone. So it has 2 #1s. If charts are how you measure success, then I'm not sure how much merit that argument stands. So if I Can Do It With a Broken Heart took us to Showgirl, which song do you think takes us to TS13? Oh, are you talking like singles wise? It would be Elizabeth Taylor. Actually, it would be I Knew It, I Knew You. Because I knew it. We're still in the Showgirl era. Like until she switches branding, like it's very clearly a brand new studio album. We're still in the Showgirl era. um, so like I Knew It, I Knew You, I feel like is sort of her bridge to wherever she's going. If debut TV is country or is next, yeah, I go in single chronology. I would love a Taylor rock album. I see that so much. I see so much. Like, I gotta ask, do you listen to Speak Now? For all the people who love who want a rock album, have you listened to Speak Now? Front to back. I have to know. I have to know because Blondie has made it very clear that that album was heavily inspired by like pop rock music. Have you listened to Speak Now? Maybe Speak Now TV? She literally collaborated with Fall Out Boy and Haley Williams. Have you heard the story of us? Or is it because we love Speak Now so much that we want another one? Because that I get. Nobody ever clarifies for John John. Petunia, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome. Thanks for being here. She should take more advantage of the fact that she is Taylor Swift. Okay, but then she'd be wrong for doing that. Like, there's think pieces about Taylor Swift when she's literally not doing anything. If she took advantage of being Taylor Swift, then she would be advantageous and, like, even more evil than she already apparently is. So, damned if she doesn't, damned if she doesn't. I do, but the angry version, Out of the Woods, is my dime. Okay, that's fair. That one is pretty good. I will give you that. I will give you that. I love Speak Now. It's my favorite album. Enchanted is my #1 song. Oh, love that. That's a good choice for a #1 song. #1 fave. What is everyone's favorite Taylor? Since we're on the topic, what is everyone's favorite Taylor song? Like if you had to choose the one. Mine's Begin Again. Always open to change, you know, like if she drops more albums. Hey Tess. Tessin. How are you? Superman. Wow, it's actually nice to see some love for Superman. That's really nice. For real fans would enjoy whatever she throws at us. Mean, that's a good song. That's a good one too. Ivy, depends on my mental state. Okay, that's fair. March, you raise a valid point. What is it today? Mimi, Tim McGraw, good choice. Yeah, I'm fighting in the trenches. Hey, Tess. I feel you, okay? I'm a me defender. I'm an I forgot that you existed defender. Okay, I completely get it. I don't hate canceled. I know. Champagne Problems, Guilty as Sin, Voices, Guilty as Sin, along with that, but the mother was busy, and I respect that. Current fave is Last Great American Dynasty or The Black Dog. Oh my god, speaking of The Black Dog, Petunia, Swift Poetry, thank you for being here as well. I appreciate you. Thanks for the follow. Speaking of The Black Dog, a friend of mine sent me a video of someone being like, these are songs by Taylor Swift that I think is underrated. And it was like Enchanted, The Black Dog, like there were so many on there that I was like, tell me you don't know the Swiftie community without telling me, because absolutely none of that is underrated by any means. You want to talk to me about underrated, you can bring up My Girl, It's Nice to Have a Friend, okay? Then we can chat. Superman. Then we can Starlight. Then we can talk. But get out of here with The Black Dog. That's not underrated, you wish. Today it's the lakes. Okay, period. Tess, love me. He's a bop. I'm sorry. Renegade, love it. I love me. No, it's not selfish. It's about knowing your self-worth. Sparks Fly. Ugh. Love Story. Mean. My Tears Ricochet. Clearly they've listening to I'm saying Petunia. Like I was like, what do you mean Enchanted is underrated? It was literally on the Eras tour. The Black Dog? You mean the one that everyone talked about when the Torture Poets Department came out? That's like trying to tell me that LOML is underrated. No. Have we still yet to figure out what she means in the Black Dog? The world may never know. That's fair. That's fair, Tess. I got you. BB, Lover's a no skip for me. That's good. That's good. Love that. I love the Lover album. Starlight was my rep tour surprise song. Oh, that's fun. Riz, that's good. I'm also very jealous that you went to the rep tour the last time she came to Oregon and I couldn't afford a ticket. I will never hate myself for that. Stop hating myself for that. Why couldn't I just find money? If this was a movie, is hella underrated. That now we're getting into underrated. Okay, now we're being honest about what is underrated Taylor Swift and what is not. New Romantics, love that one. That's always a bop. You know what's funny about New Romantics, and I hate to admit this, but like that was a song that when it first came out, you would think that I would absolutely love that track. And I was kind of like, okay. I liked it, but it took me a while to like really, really love it like I do now. And I don't know why. I think it was because like I was so attached to the base 1989 album that when she announced New Romantics as the seventh and final single, I was like, but there are other ones on the main one. Why are we skipping? Now, Mother was correct for this, let the record show. But uh yeah. Now New Romantics, put that on loud. Rep Tour was my first Taylor Swift concert and last time she came to my city. Oh, I'm very jealous. But you get it. You understand. My Rep Tour surprise song was So It Goes. So we got both So It Goes and Dancing with Our Hands Tied. Therefore, I heard all of Reputation. That's a flex. That's a flex. I would own that. Absolutely. Willow the Lonely Witch version is a bop. Okay. Love that. Lonely Witch. Oh, Willow. Sweet Willow. Sweet Willow with your many remixes. You will be remembered. My surprise songs on the Eras tour were the Max Martin medley. Jealous. Very, very jealous. And how did it end? How did it end live at the Eras tour? Far superior to the studio version. Another logo was spotted. I'm gonna double check. Still could be. Did you see where it was spotted? Because if it's Amsterdam, I'm still in the same hold on boat. But again, no other angles of just weird to me. There's a different one on a standalone screen. Oh yeah, I think that's the the Amsterdam one. That one's also up in the air. My surprise song was Don't You and LOML. I was also dumped by my boyfriend a month prior. You can imagine I was fighting the tears. I absolutely can, but what you must always remember is he wasn't that great anyway. And you're doing great. Although I am jealous because hearing that live. Kind of sad that the album had been out for a month with that many songs. I couldn't remember the lyrics to all the Torture Poets Department songs, so it was hard to sing along without it. And that's fair. Yeah. The Torture Poets, honestly, sometimes I still feel like I'm processing that album. And it's been, what, 2 years? I still feel like I don't know every song on that album. No worries. No worries, we me. It's all good. Uh, the sidewalk clean. Do you think Taylor Swift is going to bring home an Emmy and it being her first? I mean, it would be cool if she. I mean, we'll find out, won't we? I'm going to process Torture Poets for the rest of my life. Period. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh yeah, she has won an Emmy. What am I saying? She won it for an app. During 1989. Shh, I'll wake up. But thankfully, because we didn't sing along that loudly to How Did It End, we heard Taylor more in that live version she released. Okay, that's good. That's good. I see that. Yeah, the live version she released. That's the version. How Did It End for me. When Torture Poets came out, all I wanted was to listen to it for months. My Spotify Wrapped was no surprise, GB. That's fair. That's fair. I'm in love with all her acoustic versions of her songs. They're pretty good. I'm now seeing something that says the account that posted admitted it was AI. Is that what Jojo was saying? Hold on. Momentary check. Oh, snap. Wait. Yeah, Jojo sent a picture saying from that account. The post was indeed AI and has been removed from our page. Our sincere apologies to anyone we have upset. Let's move forward. Keep following and turn on notifications for more their account. So it was AI. Is that what I'm seeing? Is that what I'm seeing? The green logo thing was AI. If it really was AI, it was right. That is exactly why I don't make certain videos. Oh man. Well, if it was AI, that's interesting. The tea is hot to anyone we've upset. Yeah. Yeah, so it looks like the original poster of the mysterious green logo has admitted that it was AI, and they've removed it from their page and had to create a new account because it got removed for spreading false information. um well, um hello Am Swifty. It's looking like the initial logo thing, the OG poster has admitted that it was created by AI. Um so yes, I have seen what the Empire State Building posted. As a reminder that they are Swifties. They are basically fans like us, not actual Easter eggers for Taylor Swift. Uh, you're all good. It's all good. We're all here. Um, apparently it was AI. Um, the Empire State Building also fell for the AI pick. Okay. The No, Am Swifty, you are totally fine. You came at like the right moment because we were just finding this out. Um, so class, what have we learned today? What have we learned today? Um, about things that John John does and does not post. We have to laugh, guys. We have to laugh. Um, I mean, screw AI, right? But like, it's annoying that somebody chose to do that. That is why I tell you, that's why when you're only seeing the same pictures float around and nobody else has posted a different angle from it, that's when we got to be skeptical. That's when we got to be skeptical. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah. Don't need AI. We don't need generative AI. This is why I try to be careful about who information I share. Yeah, and like don't feel bad for being excited about it. Like it is excited and I know we're all chomping at the bit for Taylor to do something. Um we're all very excited for whatever project she has coming next, right? Um I just don't like when these things happen because like you said, we can't believe anything you see anymore. I'm going to make this very clear again for I can't control what Taylor Swift does, but I would like to all remind you my next project for JM6, no AI. The cover's not AI. The songs were not created with AI. Anything that you see written, a caption, a lyric, all written by me. My hand. YouTube scripts, I don't use AI. All those words, I came up with them with my head. Um, so I can't control any of that, but I can control what I do. Um, so any art you consume from me, videos, or it's not AI. um, but yeah, it's I yeah, I'm not a huge. I just I get why some people like AI. I really do, but like I just no one wants it. I don't want it. I certainly think it does not belong in the arts. There's so many people that are losing their jobs to a robot, and I'm like, come on. Um, like just August, AI could never do the amount of teasing you do. Thank you. It's gonna be a fun week. Anyway, so so grateful. You are not fake like AI. Thank you. Thank you. I try very hard not to be an AI. um, I wonder what Taylor thought of this TS thing today. She honestly probably heard about it, cackled, and was like, okay, they'll figure it out. Um, but yeah, like, yeah. And the other thing that I don't really like about AI, like, truthfully to you guys, I don't like the way it's being shoved down our throats. You know what I mean? Like, the public is so freaking against it. And open any comment section that isn't a tech bro, and it's all about how no one wants AI. Absolutely no one wants it. And like, these people just do not get it. I had to go looking for a specific mastering engineer that would not use AI. I was like, listen, I'm going to hand you my baby, my song, and you're not going to put an AI robot onto it, okay? I'm going to give it to you, and I want a trained human who listens and knows how to master stuff. Like, just no. Nobody wants you. I don't know, August. Guess you're just gonna have to find out. Keep your eyes peeled. Hence why I love this group and chat. Real people, real opinions, and open discussions. Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys know me. I'll tell you how I feel. You know, just I get the logistics of AI. I do, but when something is so not wanted by people, especially in the arts, when it is taking valuable human creation and jobs and just devaluing the art that is out there and making everyone not be able to trust or understand the difference between graphic design, a trained profession, by the way, versus you know, AI. Like, this is a really big problem. You know what I mean? It's just no thanks. And there's always going to be people when you talk about AI that are like, well, for this use, it's blah, 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 blah. It's, you know, whatever. I'm like, sure. There. You got a gold star. Do you feel good? Do you feel better now? Here's the attention. People don't want it. And that should have value too. Um The time I use AI is Google Gemini when I need a really quick answer. Just be careful. I mean, each your own. Sometimes, like, we can't, it's getting to the point where we can't avoid it. Like, any new product or website that you use has AI features. If you want to have the feature on your website, cool, you do you, tech bro. But make me be able to, let me be able to turn it off. You know what I mean? Like, and like, just all these companies immediately turning things on where your data, your, you know, your videos, your content, your whatever, however you use social media is allowed to be trained by generative AI by default. Like, that's really gross. That's really yucky. The default should be off. I don't care if you understand that nobody would turn it on. Maybe it's because nobody wants it. Did you ever think about that? I thought you cared about your user base. No? Oh, that's annoying. That's okay, August. Thanks for being here. It's always fun. Yeah, it's frustrating. But I mean, I think people just maybe one day that bubble will pop. Pop the AI bubble, please. Yeah, it's just I don't like the I don't like the insidiousness of it. You know? The company is just thinking you want your data, your information, personal information to be training generative AI. Like no. No thanks. Like every time I log on to TikTok, it gives me that pop up on my messages thing that says train your AI self to answer your messages. I'm like, first of all, no. Second of all, I am in charge of what I write to people, thank you, if I so choose. The answer is no. Like that's just creepy. I would feel I call me weird, but I would feel so weird if I found out that any one of you guys was messaging somebody that you thought was me and it wasn't me and they were like pretending to be me. That's weird. It's weird when a real human does it. So it's extra weird when an AI robot thing does it. You know what I mean? Like, is that just me? Like, no thanks. No thanks. Yuck. Especially because AI gets so much wrong. Like, I don't I don't know what it's gonna say. Like, I know for some people that makes me sound so old, but AI gets things wrong all the time. If it said something wrong and it was framed as me, you're creating a society where absolutely no one's going to believe the real human being. Hello? Like, that's just such a terrible cycle. Pop that bubble ASAP. Right? It's just weird. I used to work in a call center and they had tools we were made to use that we AI literally learned AI was literally learning how to do our jobs for it. Yeah, see, like that's just weird. Thanks. No thanks. To each their own opinion, but there's definitely some bad uses of it, but it could also be used fun and helpful. So to me, I think it's fine depending on how you use it. That's why I have mixed opinions on it. And I get that. I really do, Zaki. Um, I think though when it comes to I understand some of the workflow improvement uses of it. I do logistically in theory. But when it comes to generative AI, specifically in the arts, in video, in music, in the creative arts, you know, like I love a good remix, right? I love a good mashup. But at the end of the day, people are stealing other people's songs or voices and making them say things that they've never said. You know what I mean? Like, how many times have you seen on TikTok a video of like a funny edit of your favorite celebrity saying something that you know they absolutely haven't said, right? Like them swearing or them, you know, whatever. There are people out there who believe that that's happened. And the more you flood the system, of that type of thing, people lose the ability to tell what's real and what isn't from a certain person. So if a person runs somebody's voice through AI and makes them say or sing something that they don't, condone, um, and people don't know that artist or creative person well enough to know that, then that artist cannot defend themselves. Their character gets constantly called into judgment or called into question. And that's like really creepy. You know what I mean? At least to me. Um and a lot of these AI programs, speaking of music, a lot of these AI programs use other people's chord progressions or melodies or um AI music really loves a good top end shimmer um on audio frequency levels. Um yeah, like and also furthermore, the more people use AI to flood social media, like YouTube's changing its policies with monetization, where basically, I'm not going to get paid for the shorts that I post because I don't get 10 million views, all the time and have to maintain it. Um, and that's directly because of people using AI to create AI videos faster to flood the system to get money. And now people like me who actually make their videos are going to lose part of their income, even if it's small, because of AI. It's that type of trickle effect that's like, nah, maybe not. So, and I try not to complain, right? Um, but that trickles out into other people's businesses, not just in the arts. Art gets its soul from the fact that it came from someone's brains. There's no soul in AI created art, right? Yeah, no, I definitely get that like impersonating people is bad use of exactly. And I totally get what you're saying too. Just presenting a counterpoint. Um, I do understand the appeal of the improved workflow for a lot of people. But in its current form, especially in its unregulated form right now, um, it's doing a lot of damage. Not just environmentally, but like the fragments are there. Anyway, that's my soapbox. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. You just got to do the best you can right now. And make sure you're registered to vote if you're a US citizen. if you live in the US. No, that's totally fine. That's totally fine, Zachy. I always love it when you show up. Thanks for being here. Not to change the subject, but what do we think was the reason behind the color changes on these songs on Spotify? You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what that was. It does feel intentional. The red, green, and purple. It does feel intentional. I'm just not sure what for just yet. Um, because my immediate, my immediate thought is if she's foreshadowing like the next projects, right? Red to me would be like the life of a showgirl representing the current era, even though it's orange. Whatever. Um, green, debut TV, purple for TS13. I think that's a very like, oh my God, did you notice type of thing. I think, yeah. And the fact that it was on like blank space and only 2 versions of I Knew It, I Knew You, that's such like an intentional change that I don't know. I don't know, but I do think we will find out. I think that is going to be one of those eggs that we go back to and be like, oh, oh, that's what that was. Got it. Um, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Um, I'm not sure. Do you guys have any theories? Actually, hold that thought. I'm gonna be right back. Everyone, go get your water. Get a, take a break for just a couple minutes. I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. I didn't notice until now that our messages appear on the stream. Yeah, I know. It doesn't help because I'm wearing white. I'm wearing a white shirt. And like some of the white text disappears. But yeah. Taylor G has a theory about the red, green, and purple. Taylor G. Taylor G. Who is this? Wait. Maybe I've seen. Is it Taylor G? So many Swift talkers. So many people. Remind me of who this person is. No offense. No offense. This is not shade. There's just so many Swift talkers. Sometimes people will be like, did you see so-and-so's video? And I'll be like, what corner of the internet was that? Do you have a favorite vinyl from Taylor Swift? I don't think I do off the top of my head. I've really been getting into like 7-inch vinyls. I love singles. I've always loved them. Even as a kid, I loved to see singles. So, I mean, the probably the Opalite vinyl was the first one that popped into my head, 7-inch vinyl. Just because I think it's like really pretty. But yeah, probably that one. What about you? How do you guys feel about 7-inch vinyls, by the way? Just out of curiosity, how do you feel about those, the little smaller ones, the singles? Just out of curiosity. I like them because they're kind of like cute. They remind me of when, again, this is dating me a little bit, but like when we had like those little mini CDs. I always thought those were really the double Torture Poets Anthology. That's fair. That's fair. I will give you that. I will give you that's a pretty good put together, packed with content vinyl. But, like, I mean, all of her vinyls are really pretty. The Showgirl vinyls are really pretty, in my opinion. They're all sparkly and pretty. Only one I have so far is the anthology. Okay, that's a good one to start with. That's a pretty good one to start with. Um, the anthology vinyl is like so beautifully put together. So beautifully put together. The prologue, yeah, absolutely. Do you guys like that when there's like additional, poetry or a prologue or something from an artist when you open like a CD or a vinyl? Do you like that? Because I do. I like when the artist has more something. I feel like it fleshes out a project a little bit more. Feels like more of a direct artistic touch. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree. I agree. Yeah, all the other Swift talkers are talking about how it was AI. See, this is why we are careful with what we read on Twitter. We have talked. Do I need to go over the dangers of Twitter with you again, class? Do I need to bring out the whiteboard? There will be a whiteboard soon, trust. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if we're doing that today. I love when she adds extra art or poems to the vinyls. Me too. Me too. I really enjoy that little extra touch. Something that fleshes out the world of the album. I know you can't say anything, but can you do something cute like you did for the CDs you signed? Because I used the pirate wheel as a cute necklace and I got a lot of compliments. Oh, that's cute. First of all, I love that. Thank you. And you're right. I can't answer that. All I'm gonna say is just stay tuned. Okay? Just stay tuned. Keep an eye on the socials. It wasn't that great anyway. August, how soon? This week soon? Is that another hint at something? Keep your eyes peeled. That's all I'm gonna say. We have reached the point where you're not getting spoilers out of me. Locked. Just pay attention to the socials is all I'm gonna say. It gives so much extra context to the vibes of the album. Absolutely. Absolutely agree. You must be great if you beat Taylor Swift on my Spotify. Thank you. I'll take that. I've been watching the socials and I think you may be laying Easter eggs. Am I right? You have no idea what I've already spilled the beans on. I imagine some of you will be like, oh, here pretty soon. Just pay attention. Pay attention. There's I have I've been up to my tricks, and I think I have some things planned that you guys don't see coming. You should. You should. You should check all recent videos. You should check captions. You should go on a little ghost hunt. Maybe you find something or two or six. I nope. I can't say anything. I've come this far. I've come this far. You cannot get the spoilers out of me. No. Locked. You're worse than mother. We're the same age. We like to mess with our fan base the same way. How can we find things we don't know what we're looking for? Oh, you will. You will. Um there's I will say one thing. I will say one thing. Some of you have noticed that I've been writing things um shall we say backwards. Nobody has figured it out. The nobody has fully figured it out, I should say. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for someone to figure out and have the aha moment. Do I watch Marvel? Not a whole lot. I should, but I'm always working, so I've missed a lot of movies. Challenge accepted. We wait. We wait and see. I take it in the bathroom mirror and try to read it. Well, what have you found so far? August, John John's busy making us go crazy. Well, somebody has to, okay? Blondie's not dropping debut TV or TS13, so somebody has to fill the void. Might as well be me. You know, some of us don't have an unlimited budget and we have to lock these things in months and months in advance. That someone isn't great anyway is what I'm getting at. Don't know. Don't know. No. Don't know. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. When I get to actually tell you, it's just gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be so much fun. For me. No, I hope you guys I hope you guys really have fun with what I've got planned. It's been a lot of work. It has been a lot of work. But I really have thought a lot of things out to an annoying degree. But I hope you guys really have fun with me. And that's all you're getting. I mean, somebody will figure it out. Somebody will figure it out. It might be a retrospect thing, but somebody will figure it out. At least, I think. No spoilers. No spoilers yet. Not when we've come this far. We've come this far. August, you love antagonizing us, don't you? Yeah, absolutely. It's all done with love, of course. But I'm gonna tell you that when you think you've got it locked, you probably haven't. I don't have Taylor's budget of like commissioning Google to make vault puzzles or anything like that, but I have my own way of going about things, and I hope it is as fun for you as it has been for me. It is because of you that this project gets to be so fun. So please have fun with me. Which, by the way, actually, I do think we'll hang out for a little bit longer, and then I actually do have to get back to said project. But, yeah. I have no doubt that it'll be fun, and you've always done fun stuff leading up to something big. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. If anyone who's watching was around for my Utopia project, take that and like multiply it by 10. I've got some fun things planned. Some things that I don't think you guys are expecting. But yeah. I just want it to be fun. Like honestly, the the thing is like I think you guys will hear one thing, and then when you really think about it, you'll hear another. And if I keep talking, I'm still everything. So I should just say, hey, how's it going? Welcome to the garden. You guys have any weekend plans? Anybody doing anything fun this weekend? Besides, falling for AI about Taylor Swift? We did that on Thursday/Friday. So what have we got cooking for the weekend? Getting ready to go camping? Ooh, fun. That'll be fun. Oh, August is getting ready to start a fire. Love that. As long as it's safe. But you already said that you were a Boy Scout, so I'm gonna trust that this is a safe fire. It's a good skill to learn. Can be difficult, or I guess tedious. Bitter. Oh, love that. Love that. There may be a storm coming my way in Hawaii. Oh no, Jaslyn. Oh, stay safe. Do what you can to, prepare. Be safe. Be safe. Sending safe thoughts your way. Also, low key jealous of you being in Hawaii, but nope, you'll see me in the news. It's good to have goals in life, honestly. Yeah, no, please, please do what you can to stay safe. I know that's you guys can get rocked pretty well over there, so just be safe. Oh wait, August, are you not a Boy Scout? Who was a boy? Was that who said they were Boy Scout? Someone in the chat said they were a Boy Scout earlier. I'm so sorry. I got that mixed up. Just came back from holiday and the temperature changed and caused a cold that's messing with my asthma. Oh God, Weemy, I'm so sorry. Oh, that's so annoying. I hate when the temperature changes so quickly. Oh, that messes with me too. Oh, sending you healing thoughts. I've been watching your videos from over the years and see how much you've grown as a person as well as an artist. Thank you. I appreciate that. I hope so. I hope I can look back at videos and be like, oh God, who is this person? Um, I know for a damn fact, going through trauma therapy was a big changing point for me. I'm gonna burn down the cabin I'm staying at. Oh, well, everybody's got goals in life. Do what you got to do. I don't condone burning a cabin down, for the record. Even your different hair colors. Oh yeah, if the hair changes, John John's working on a new era. That's just like standard now. If the hair changes, John John's working on the next project. Or the new project is just starting. Usually one of the two. Yeah, actually, fun fact. So for those of you that know my song Bitter, my hair was supposed to be pink for that music video, by the way. It was supposed to be a champagne pink. That did not happen because we used a semi-permanent dye and my hair said, no, I don't want that color. No. So then we had to dye it, or we had to bleach it again. So my hair was like dead because we had to bleach it in order to put the pink on, but my hair said, no, we will not be putting the pink hair on. And so then we had to wash out the pink with another, it was bad. It was bad. My hair needed to really recover after Utopia. That was part of the reason I dyed it brown so quickly after Utopia and Bitter came out, because the hair needed to recover. John John couldn't be blonde for a while. Barking like a dog kind of weekend. What I heard is that you're getting a puppy. If that's not that's not what's correct, might I suggest you get a puppy? Fire pit. Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I've had pink hair before, but the semi-permanent dye just did not want to adhere my hair. It was like, nah, we're not doing that. Coughing sounds like I'm a dog. Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. That's no fun. No fun, no fun, no fun. Oh, all right, you guys. Well, I think I'm going to sign off here because I do have some JM6 things and shenanigans that I do have to prepare. Um, But I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Um, again, if something happens before I go, if something happens with Taylor that I really think lines up with the things she's done in the past, her type of behavior, you know I'm gonna make a video as fast as I can. Um, so just know that like always gonna do my best to not steer you wrong. Um, especially when it comes to, you know, having I feel very protective of Swifties. I really do. Um, I feel kind of like it's a privilege to have my artist fan base overlap with Taylor Swift. And so sometimes I get things wrong. It happens. Taylor's unpredictable, but she does have things that she does that are semi-predictable. So I will always do my best to keep things good. Um, and try my best not to steer you wrong. But all right, you guys, have a great weekend. And thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for the chat today. It's always fun to just sit and chat with you guys. All right. Love y'all. See you later. Bye.